worth. No, it's like chill. Oof. Brr. I hate, I hate cold. It sucks. Everything about it sucks. Get into the sunlight. Get into the sunlight. Get into the sunlight. We'll be fine. Okay. It helps a little. This reminds me of those days you get up for school, you had to wait for the bus, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna die before it gets here. It's not that cold. It's just I'm not used to it being cold. I should have worn gloves. I should have worn my shawl. Yep. I should have done that. Oh dear Christ. Ding dong dong, that runs away. Yeah, I'm stupid. Take your mind off of the freezing coldness. Let your mind separate that you want to kill yourself because it's fucking freezing out. You are alpha male. Oh, crud, here comes the wind. Yeah, oh, goody. Yes. I love the wind when it's cold out. Oh. Here's where the quality dips extremely, and then it doesn't like get back up to normal until I get back up to the top of a hill. Ugh. Holy snap, it's cold. Why didn't I wear two shirts? Why didn't I wear two shirts? Why didn't I wear two shirts? Why did I not wear a shawl? What is wrong with me? Why did I do this? Oh, it's cold. It's really not that cold. It's not. It's just I'm not used to it being this cold. Like if it were spring right now instead of fall, this would be like, oh, it's a nice day out, but here we are. So since it's fall, it feels freezing, even though like springtime, this would be kind of like nice weather. If I should stay in the sun, we're good. Oh, I love a nice breeze on a cold morning walk. Nothing quite like it. Ugh. Just get into the sunlight. Just get in the sunlight. We're good. We're good. Okay. Oh my God. Why did I wear a short sleeve shirt under this and not a long sleeve? Oh my God. All right, let me turn this into one of those alpha male videos, okay? Okay. I gotta throw on the Middle Eastern accent, you know. And to be alpha male, we must walk. We must carry ourselves like we kings. It's fucking freezing out right now. I don't care. Being uncomfortable makes you a man. Being comfortable makes you a woman somehow. No, I heard this cool story today. Actually, I just read it. This woman, she actually has two different sets of chromosomal patterns in her body. Like her body cells are XX chromosomes. She's a woman. But her blood has XY chromosomes. So what they think might have happened is that when her and her brother were forming in the womb, she has a twin brother. When her and her brother were forming in the womb, their placentas touched. And during that time, it transferred his blood over into her body. So yeah, like she has her brother's blood, essentially. And like she just had a kid too. So it's like it didn't affect any sort of thing negatively, but I thought that was freaking amazing. I was like, that's the first time that, I don't think it's the first time, but it's one of very rare occasions where they've seen it. It's a type of chimerism. I can't remember what this full term is. Dude, I couldn't imagine working out here in the cold this early in the morning. Well, yeah, I guess the work would warm me up. Yo, what up, Joe Bugs? What up, Mao? 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 What Jarrell vlog. Sorry. I'm walking. Can't see that. Oh man, it's all shade this whole way. Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, morning walk as usual. However, yeah, this morning decided to be a cold morning, and I decided to not prepare well enough. I'm like, I'll be on a walk. I'm sure I'll build up enough body heat and be just fine. I was wrong. I misjudged. Yep. I gave myself poor counsel. I should have worn a long sleeve shirt and my shawl. That should have happened. But, yeah, nope. No, I trusted myself. Oh, yeah, no. Good call, Christian. Good call, Christian. You did a good job this morning freezing your fucking head off walking for a mile. Squirrels fighting. Oh, that. I just walked up on like a squirrel UFC match right there. Have you heard of vampirism? Oh, I don't know. Only the whole world has only heard of it for the last like 800 years. So yeah, I've heard of vampirism. Well, what about it? What about vampirism? The drinking of others' blood. What do I think of it? I mean, I'm okay. I'm good. I don't need it. Is it real? Yeah, of course it is. Like, are people vampires? No. But the people, I'm sorry, I'm walking uphill. No, the squirrels were in the UFC. Yeah, I walked up on like SFC, Squirrel Fighting Championship. They were going at it. It was pretty cool. Anyway. There are people that do indulge in vampirism, but no, there's no vampires, no. But yeah, vampirism, yeah, it just means you drink blood. Stupid hill. Do I look dark-skinned enough to be P. Diddy? Dollar John Keynes. Brother, I don't have any money to send you. I'm broke. It's my morning walk. I just decided to be Mr. Smart Guy and not wear my shawl or a long sleeve shirt. I just thought I'll be fine in my Adidas track jacket. Yeah, no, that was a great plan. I gave myself poor counsel. I misjudged. I made a bad choice. I took the wrong story choice. You know, when you go into the part of the video game and you ain't nearly leveled up enough yet, so the first boss, the first like enemy you see might as well be a boss. I haven't watched UFC in so long because Dana White has absolutely polluted it. If I hear out of his mouth one more fucking time that John Jones is the greatest wrestler that's ever come across his business, you can tell me otherwise. Tell me fucking otherwise. Like, Jesus, Dana, shut the fuck up. The best fighter to come across the business is Demetrius Johnson, okay? That's who the best fighter in the history of martial arts has probably been. It's Demetrius Johnson. Oh, man, I'm so high. You know what, bro? I think I might join you. Got myself a pen. Oh. No, yeah, the fights are good. It's just, let's face it. Like, let's not pretend like the UFC is the best thing to watch anymore. It's not. It's not worth the money to watch it. And the fighters, in my opinion, I don't want to give the UFC money because they don't pay the fighters nearly enough. You know, when Dominic Cruz was champion, he was living in a garage behind someone's house in Los Angeles. I'm sorry. If you're world champion, I think Dana can give you a little more money than. I think he gave Dominic a car. Like he didn't even pay him out. He just gave him a car. So like it's like, oh, thanks Dana. This car is now worth more than me and my house and my entire net worth. Hopefully I can find someone to buy it. It just shows how Dana White doesn't give a flat flying fuck about any sort of thing other than money. You know, if it has the right dollar sign on it, Dana White will do it. Proof is in the power slap. You know, they say proof is in the pudding. Dana's proof is in the power slap. Anybody who could back that, whatever the shit that is, spectacle for money and call it a sport. No. You're literally just trading brain cells for dollars. No, the UFC's not that good, man. Cruz was a long time ago. But I mean, the UFC has some good fighters coming up, but you're better off looking at the lower levels. Like, honestly, I think the better fighters are down at the more indie zones where they get paid a little more fairly. The UFC doesn't pay their fighters fairly. They were better when they let their fighters take on their own brand deals. So that way, like, their fighters could make, like, a whole bunch off of, like, one fight because they get, you know, a bunch of paychecks from a brand deal. And then Dana's just like, nah, we're all going to go with Reebok. And that's it. Everybody gets Reebok. And so nobody gets paid the right amount anymore. You know, that's why they all have the shorts that, like, all have the same design on them now. They're white and black, stuff like that. It's just Dana trying to save a buck. Yeah, Cruz was a champion a long time ago, but that doesn't negate the fact that Dana was still a multi-millionaire at the time, and he didn't even gift the kid for winning the belt. He didn't even give Dominic money. He gave him a car. And you and I both know why he did that. It's so he didn't have to pay him out a fight of the night bonus. He could be like, here, man, I'm doing you a favor, man. I'm doing you a favor, man. I'm giving you a car. Give me a car, bro. Like, and for Dana, giving away a car is like, here's my Hot Wheels. I don't need it anymore. You can have it. Like, it's Dana, man. Yeah, they need to get paid more. I'm sorry, like, they're putting their health on the line for us to watch and stuff. And I used to do, like, semi-competitive fighting, and dude, those hits to the head, they add up. They fuck with your memory and shit, and that doesn't show up until like 10 years down the line. Well, and that's just me, and I got into accidental like things where I hit my head. I might lose signal down here. There's a culvert, so if I do lose signal, just look for me again, and I'll be on here. But yeah, the thing is, I'm saying, like, these guys, they don't have a healthcare plan. The fighters aren't allowed to have a union. And that's bullshit, dude. Like, they need to have, like, health insurance, and they need to make sure they're paid for after their careers, because the brain damage that they undergo is crazy. Plus, like, look at Ben Askren. Ben Askren, you know, he wasn't even in the UFC that long, but, you know, he did his thing in the WEC and stuff like that when it was still going. And WEC was kick-ass. I liked it. It was smaller dudes. Okay, all right, yeah. When they see if I tried to inline rollerblades like now, like I used to down the street, they'd just be like, "Gay!" Yes, yeah, that's what they would. That's what they would say to me. Yep. But I used to, yeah. It's like I said, used to inline skate up and down this street, all the way up and down. But you know, mid '90s, all of a sudden, gay. Yeah, so. Yeah, that stopped. Isn't it sad that I, like, gave into peer pressure like that? Yeah. Like, it's fucking stupid. I shouldn't have. I was enjoying myself. I wasn't doing, like, the rollerblading, like the guys you see on Venice Beach. Like, I was doing grinding on going to, like, skate parks and stuff like that. Grinding meant something different back then. Nice, dude. I mean, hey, kick ass. I love that. Like, you go into a competition, you don't really figure you'll win. So you're like, oh, let's have fun. Let's have some fun, and then you win. And it's like, okay, I did not see that coming. Like, that happened to me a lot when I was doing like battle matches in like Red Dead Redemption 2 or like Last Man Standing and any of those video games, stuff like that. I would go in, I figured I was gonna get smoked. I'm like, these kids have been playing longer than me. I guarantee they're better than me. Like, so, got more skills. Their eyes are probably sharper. Their reflexes are quicker. They're going to kick my ass. So I go in there like The Last of Us. I loved playing The Last of Us on online mode. It was so much fun because it was realistic. Like, you made too much sound. You got hit once, you were dead. Like, so, like, eventually, like, yeah, I was playing a match and I won the damn thing. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I did not see that coming. That's crazy. Like, this is the last thing I saw coming. Car's locked. Okay. We made it back home. All right. I'm getting a haircut today, folks. I won't look like Anton Chigurh anymore. Or Javier Bardem? Yes, Javier Bardem. I will not look like Javier Bardem anymore. There will no more be Hitler hair. Yeah, I mean, my cardio is not that bad. It's just that it's all like this random, very small uphill incline the entire one way, and then somehow the same thing the other way. But it is what it is. One Piece anime group. That's awesome. It's good that your girl's a fan of One Piece. I don't know enough about it. They'd be like, "Here's a One Piece tape grip," and I'd be like, "Cool." I don't know what to do with this. So I would give it to a fan. Yeah, right uphill both ways. It's not really that. It's just that the street is so old that it just kind of randomly pitches and curves just a little, slightest bit. Before that big part, whereas it's a huge hill culvert. After that, then it's just kind of but those little uphill inclination, and especially the last quarter way of it, it's all just uphill. And it's you wouldn't think that just a slight incline would make it that much more difficult, but it totally does. It's weird, man. But I jog a mile when I go to the gym. And I'm not huffing and puffing like this. Maybe it's because it's cold out. Maybe it's because I don't have enough cardio. Maybe that is the exact reason. Maybe I need to work on my cardio more. Oh! Hold on, guys. I need to take medication. You gotta take my medication, kids. I'll talk to Granddad until he's had his meds. Oh. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. A ring of fire. A ring of fire. Anyway. I'm mentally unwell. I was prescribed all those, by the way. I can name all of them, and I have them on lists. So they're there. But so am I. I'm sorry. I'm being silly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I know. No, you're right on that. And it's yeah, I'd have to start jogging it every day, but that would be the better option to go with. And to be honest, I have been neglecting my cardio. I've been working more on weight training, just because I'm trying to lose this fucking fat. I got the gynecomastia, all that shit. So I look horrible, and Thanks, man. Thank you very much. Every sub helps. It puts me a step a little closer to being able to make music. This whole thing and make money off of music and maybe be able to just like pay off all my mom's bills and get a family and some respiratory side effects. Huh? I get respiratory side effects. Not from Bud. No. Thank you, Owl. Oh, a medication. Yeah, no. I have to take like 2 SSRIs. They've got me on phentermine, which is a diet pill. And it ain't working that well. Risperdal. Well, I'm on escitalopram and which I think is Lexapro. And I am from Massachusetts. Hey, J-Fam. Good to see you again. Good to see you this morning. Your spirit on? Yeah. They got me on escitalopram, lamotrigine. Oh boy, phentermine for my diet so I can lose weight because you have to be on phentermine for 3 months in order for you have to be on phentermine for 3 months for my insurance to cover a GLP-1. Now, I'm getting put on a GLP-1 not necessarily because I'm clinically obese, but because my A1C is 6.4 and 6.5 is diabetic. That's not good. So, on to the GLP-1 road. Like, plus, you find out you got low TRT, so they're like, let's start you on testosterone replacement therapy. That'll help your depression and anxiety and shit. And like they actually did the blood test, so I can't argue. It's like, oh shit, I do have low testosterone, mother flipping jip. Like it's like, so it's like, okay, all right. By next year, I'm gonna be a whole different human being. Fantastic. I get my teeth on the 30th. The 30th of this month. I'm going to get my hair cut today. I'm shaving this mustache, so I'll have a light beard. So I'm gonna be a new person by the end of the day. It's gonna be fun. Well, I'll still have the teeth, no teeth, but how perfect of it is a day to get my teeth is mischief night. October 30th. Schizoaffective bipolar type. That's rough. You must have to avoid alcohol like the plague. Oh, I know. I mean, I'm boosting, I started the working out. I'm eating way better. I don't drink the only soda I drink now are the Ollipops, and they have only 2 grams of sugar in them, and they're probiotic and all that. And, I do the, let's not do that, Bill. Let's keep that off my channel. But yeah, you can diet, exercise, all of that. All of that's been a huge factor in me feeling better too. It's just that when you have, your testosterone counts are supposed to be between 200 and 1,000, and you're 38 years old, and you have a testosterone count of 300. There's only so much diet and exercise can do. So they're not giving me the shots, I'm not getting a shot in my ass every month. That I'm not doing that shit. They're giving me the little pills that you just take so it doesn't affect your sperm count. So family and it doesn't cause hair loss, all that fun shit. It's meant primarily within the first 12 weeks or so to actually get your mental health in a better place, to get drive back and to get, drive is the best word I can think of, but motivation. There it is. I always had trouble with that. My favorite juice. Oh. Ooh, that's tough. Real cherry juice. It has to be real though. Or I tried this juice one time that was white grape and red grape,
and it's both together, and it was really good. But yeah, more I kind of shy away from juice because I learned how much sugar there is in it. It's like, oh, I can't wait to get rid of this waddle that's there because my jaw is higher than it should be right now because of my no teeth. So when when the teeth get put in, my jaw will be back to where it was. Goodbye, neck waddle. I can't handle VHs. It's like I'm drinking food. Like it's like coffee. I can't do that. Like coffee is the one drink where like I can drink it and I'm like now I'm more thirsty. Like pineapple juice is amazing. Once again, loaded with sugar. Oh my god. But it's not like even if you got like all natural pineapple juice, that some bitch is gonna be loaded with sugar. That's why it's so good. Like, humans and sugar. The ever lapsing story. I don't know. I'm being dramatic and weird. I can't find my thing to clean my glasses, and I have a smudge right on it. I can see it's right in front of my eye. I can see the smudge. Ugh. But pomegranate juice is really good. But I guess nothing beats water. Oh, but yeah, no, my cat last night, Satellizer. I hear her going after something in my room while I'm trying to sleep, and I'm like, oh, she's going after a mouse. Great, fantastic, it's awesome, it's great. I love this. I love my life. Anyway, so I didn't feel like getting in her way, so she grabs. Do I play Fallout 76? You know what? No, I wish I did though. It looks like fun. With my spare deck. Dude, that's awesome. You're doing some blue thumb work. I can't do that shit. I'm an artist. Like, if I look at something, I'm like, I think I'll call someone who knows how to do this. But if you need our artwork done, music or paintings or stuff like that, I'm your guy. Or costume. New Vegas looked absolutely incredible. And then the brand new one, like the brand honking new one when it first came out, was the most buggy, glitchy piece of garbage I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm like, how do you release a game in this shape? Like, because it has to go through so many heads that have to be like, yeah, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is a good product to say that it's done and send out to the. It was. Wow, it was so bad. Now, apparently they fixed it. Same thing with No Man's Sky. Like, apparently they fixed it, and it's like, hi, Kathleen. I do. My niece, when she was 12, did my sleep on my left arm. I have plenty of artists, LOL. Pulled an $80 card for a Tim Hortons hockey card. That's awesome. They love making a lifetime dependence on a wreck's body long term. Pushing self-natural ways and diet always better can fix most things with maintaining. Yeah, no, you're right. In most cases, this is just one of those ones where it's not. So, and they're not like, I have seen the cases that you're talking about, but like I've also managed to, I'm not a Hollywood star person, so I don't go to the doctor, just give them a check and get whatever medication I want. That's not how that works for us normal human beings. We have to go there and get completely screened, like absolutely. Pay for a blood test. Go to an accredited doctor who's most likely going to say no to you, which is good. So I didn't go there looking for TRT. I didn't go there looking like I want to get on TRT. No. That's not what I did. I just went there to get my test levels checked. That's it. And then they were like, oh, yeah, your tests are low, by the way. And I'm like, oh, that actually explains a lot. Like, so we'll see after about, 4 to 12 weeks if my mental state is in a better place, which would be really nice. I'm tired of being on SSRIs and medication like that. I'm sick of it. I would like to be happy like I was like in high school. No medication, no nothing. I was just like happy on life, man. And I want to get back to that. You know, I don't know. Maybe you just lose that as you get older. I don't know. You know, I'm as clueless as all of the rest of us. You know, because we're all still growing and learning. And remember when we thought that so, you know, someday I'm gonna be a real grown up. Hit a heart if you agree with me. You know, one point in time you're like, I'm gonna be a real grown up, just like my parents, and I'm gonna know everything, just like them. And then one day you're walking through the supermarket and you know you're 25 years old and the kid bagging the food calls you sir and you're like, oh my Christ. Like, and you realize, holy shit, everybody is just as clueless as I am. Oh Christ, oh God. And that's when you realize that everybody doesn't have a clue. Like none of us. We're all flying by the seat of our pants. So it's like, oh boy, when you find that out, that's a fun one. When you learn that in your mid-20s. Find your joy, then stick to it. Best I can give. Yep, that's what I do. I just make music. Music. I also help perform. I perform. That's the big fun part, is performing. But I also like helping other people make music, like producing or helping them write stuff, helping them write lyrics, whatever. But music is where all of my music and visual art is a lot of where I like to have, where my passion goes. I'd like to learn like how to make music videos and stuff like that. That seems like a fun time. But yeah, do what you love and the money will come. That's the point, right? What are you doing, Sadala? Exactly. Like by helping out like smaller bands and helping them record, I'll be doing something that nobody did with my band, and I feel like it would be, a lot of help. There's no way in hell I am hopping on Cyrax's podcast. Like, I don't even, one, know how to do that, and two, I don't feel like I don't know. I don't want to make fun of that kid. I feel like that's totally punching down. Like it's beneath me to do that. Let the kid have his life. He's a weirdo. He's a fucking pedophile. He's a fucking weirdo. Like, so I don't want to have any sort of connection with someone like that. Take it easy, Mr. Cheese Poof. Be safe out there. That is the most important thing. So be safe out on the roads. Be safe at work. Make that paper. Paper. Satala, why are you staring at me? You're scaring the shit out of me. Yeah. Hi, Thomas Shelby. Thomas Shelby? You came here from Liverpool to take me money. Any chance you can have some background music? I would, but like last time I did that, my video got copyright struck because I don't know like what songs YouTube has on their platform in order to they're paying the artist and what doesn't. So like one time I was like doing a podcast and that's cute. I was doing a live stream and something was playing in the background and it got copyright struck for that. I was like, are you kidding me, dude? Like really? Like, and the only reason I asked that is because I'm not making any money off of this. So like by definition I am not violating any form of copyright. Like I would have to be making money, It is. YouTube used to be a place to come where you could just post whatever the hell and it was great, And then Google bought it. And here we are. The Wild West days of the internet are gone. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I don't know. I'm kind of like on the band where like Australia is saying that like if you're under 16 you can't be on the internet. I wouldn't have been for that my whole life. Like I would have been kind of against that at one point in time majorly, but now I think that's a good idea. There's a lot of people on the internet that are saying stuff, and I forgot how impressionable kids are. Like I really did. I forgot that you can tell them kind of anything and they'll just believe it. Like, but Gumball isn't even on anymore. So Okay, I watched that show. Yeah, I do. It's for kids. I don't care. I miss the music business as well. Um, like what it used to be anyway. There's a reason why everything feels like gray, tasteless slop nowadays. Like it's because like instead of rather than going for like actual artist and originality and things that would usually make our music better, nowadays I do not remember. I have never followed Cyrax. I've never followed his tail. I've watched a documentary on him once. I found out he was talking to minors and shit, and I was like, and that's the end of you. Like, I'm one of those people that's just, no, I'm not going to give someone like that attention. Like, that's the problem, is that people like him get attention. Like, yeah, he's funny to troll him, but like, that's a waste of my time. I could be working on music. I could be doing one of these streams and having a fun conversation with people. I just feel I just feel bad punching down on someone like Cyrax. I mean, like, obviously any pedophile deserves to be punched down on, but it feels too easy, It feels too easy to, I don't know. Ask him if he's hiding a little girl in his closet for me or something. I don't know. Like, I'll admit he's the weirdest looking goblin looking motherfucker I've ever seen. Holy shite. Like I look at him and I'm like, dude, what birthed you? Like, I know it was a woman, but like, part of me believes that like you congealed in a gutter somewhere. I don't know. That kid is a fucking mess. Like, that's the thing too. He's a Soulcaster. Everybody want to go check him out. And it's a good laugh. It's a good larf. I don't know. I guess I just like, there's certain people, if they have like really bad negative energy, where I'm like, yeah, they deserve to be shamed. Yeah, he does look like that. He looks like a butt baby from a goblin. Like, he really does. He's a Smeagol looking motherfucker. Like, I know that, like, you're not supposed to shit on people for how they look and whatnot, but like, it's the pedophile thing for me that kind of like, it makes it all okay. Because it's just like, nah, dude, you're texting young ladies. They're not even young ladies. They're little girls. So there's a media problem that I just fell right into. Like, they call them young ladies. He was texting young ladies. It's like, no. He was texting girls, little girls. So it's like, no, I don't got time to give people like that my I guess I don't, right? Nose ring theory, yeah. Oh, that's the one where they wear their problems as an identity, right? Do they have a nose ring? I mean, it's not wrong. Like, it works. Yeah. And I mean, it's true. Like, I've known people with the septum piercing, and it's like, dude, could you stop talking about the traumas of your life just for 2 seconds? We're at breakfast. Please. Like, rugged power. We're talking about like the septum ring theory, which is like if someone has like a nose piercing, or it's the nose ring theory. If someone has like a nose ring or a septum ring, they wear their like their internal conflicts or like their trauma. They wear it as an identity. Yeah, exactly. It's like, could you just like listen, like, because you don't want to take away from their trauma because it's real. But it's just like, listen, man, you've told me this story 50 times, and like, I feel bad, but like, I just want to eat my waffles, man. Like, it's just like, it's like, I'll be glad to listen to you afterwards, but can I have like 5 minutes where I don't have to cry into my food? Like, I don't know. And yeah, I guess I'm not anything to say anything about people's looks, but I'm getting a haircut later today, shaving my face, so I don't know. I've been told I'm relatively good looking by some people, but I think I look like shit. Oh, I do too. It's just a fun, it's a fun little joke. And it does work with some people. I've known some people that are like that. But yeah, I've met plenty of people that have piercings like that and don't continuously trauma dump. You know, most people don't. I don't know who those people are. You know, and obviously you can't paint everyone with a large, like, swath of a brush, you know? Okay. Like, you know, obviously you can't paint everyone with one large swipe, but it's a funny fucking joke. Like, I've known a lot of people that do have those piercings and they do wear their trauma as their identity. Like, it's not even that their trauma is like, because there's certain people that have, and they talk about their trauma when it's like appropriate, when other people are talking about it, or when they need to share about it, or when they want to share about it, when they need to vent and stuff like that. But then there's other people that like wear it as their entire identity. Like everything they do or everything they like project is progenerated by their trauma. Like, so it's like, eh. Oh yeah, it's definitely the younger generation, absolutely, like without a doubt. But I kind of don't blame them, just because it's tough out there right now, and like, I was born in '86. Anybody that grew up around my time, we had a better childhood. That's why we're aging like like wine, and they're aging like milk. Like, and it's not it's not their fault. It's just that we had a better childhood and we didn't have as much like crazy stressors growing up, so we managed to age better. So that's why a lot of us, yeah, we're like 38, 39 years old, and people think we're younger than we are, and then you see some 20-year-olds, and it's like, bro, I thought you were like 35. Oh yeah, and it's like. Exactly. Like we knew what a house phone was. We knew what a rotary phone was and how to work it. Like right, yeah, I mean that's the problem. Like yeah, they were born like one of them is the problem is that everything is that they have chat GPT. Partially that's it, because kids are just checking out. The other one, yeah, like for rugged, yeah, like they inherited it, we built it. That's a good way to put it. Because we were like we were in a time before there was an internet, and that's why I say I don't think the internet is the problem per se. It's social media and the unbelievable just corporatization of every literal inch of the internet. Now there's literally like no data that you can truly trust unless you're getting it from like certain sources. So it's going to become, if anyone's heard of the dead internet theory, it's basically like just the internet is going to become so untrustworthy for information that it's kind of going to go back to its original heyday where it was just meant for cat videos and like and people falling off ladders and stuff, that kind of things. The internet as it is now is the problem, and I blame that on social media and corporate bastardization of everything. It's like I was saying with music. It's because like now, rather than the fans actually dictating like what the music is, it's now algorithms that do that. And so like literally, like it's like by test, the song intricacy, lyrical intricacy and depth of music has actually gone down a great deal in the last like 10 or so years, 10, 15 years, about since 2010. And it's just gone downhill because now it's just algorithmic gray slop that you can just pump out to the masses that, they can chew and swallow. And, that's why every like major rapper from like Post Malone all the way to like I don't know enough of them. A lot of them have that same sound, the heavily auto-tuned. They say it's rap, but I'm like, where? Like I don't hear any rapping going on at all. Like this, it reeks of R&B, but like it's soaked to the gills with auto-tune. I'm like, bro, even T-Pain, who used auto-tune as his main thing. He is a fantastic singer if you take the auto-tune off. He just used it in a really cool gimmick. But a lot of these folks, it's like, dude, if I took auto-tune off, I don't even want to know how your track would sound. And you lose a lot of the nuance, like when you do that. Like as far as like, I don't know, like it's why like in the underground nowadays, if you dig a little further underground for the music, you'll actually find some really good stuff still in there. There really is really good music still out there. It's just not in the mainstream. Like you're definitely not going to find in the mainstream. Like country music has ceased to exist. It's pop music with a twang guitar on it now. Can Post Malone sing? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I've heard he could. That's really cool. He seems like the nicest dude, Post Malone. Like, it's just that I hear his songs and I'm not sure it's him half the time. I'm like, is that Post Malone or is that Bieber or is that Tentacion? Like, it's hard for me to tell, but I'm an old man, Like, so I'm an Oji-san, an uncle. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he seems like a wicked nice dude. I couldn't do the face tattoos. I want to hold on real quick. This is my favorite teacup. My grandmother gave it to my mom. She gave a whole tea set to my mom for a wedding present. Now, it has like a couple of my favorite flowers on it, like there. And here. And I want to get this. Maybe add some of the other tattoos and get that like here. So, I'm all about the tattoos. I just couldn't do the face ones, like, I think they look cool too. I have a scar right here. See that little dimple? I got a scar right there from when I busted my face from when I was wicked young, and I wouldn't mind getting like a little just what did I want to get there? Honestly, I can't remember. I think it was like a dodecahedron or something like that. But I can't remember. Oh yeah, just totally the whole teapot. Just go the whole way. Yeah, just get the entire teapot. Just like shave my head bald and just get the whole damn pot on my head. But these flowers here. I like how they have more of an antique color to them. They don't have the colors that pop, And I actually prefer that they have those antique colors. Yes, exactly. Slightly muted, slightly subtle. I like that. And I want to get that right here. Because I think neck tattoos are beautiful. I could throw a suit on or a sweater on, and I still got that some like nice, pretty bit of artwork right there. Like, because I like, if I went to Japan or something like the onsens, I just don't get to experience those period ever. Much love, Ultimate Dad Joke. Be safe out there. It's the most important thing. Always great having you here. What's the question, Rugged Power? This? Yeah. And this. And these. So, all over the place. I got this before Blackout Culture started. I want to point that out. I got this like 10 years ago. Like 10, 12 years ago. Like, I got this before Blackout Culture was this big honking thing. I found out I was Native American and was already on the fence about blacking it out, so I got it blacked out. Because I found out I was part Native American. I was adopted when I was 3 months old, so I didn't learn that I was part Native American until I was 26. So, yeah. So, for the ancestors, for the red blood. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing some crazy shit now where, like, fucking MGK did it. But MGK's a fucking loser, so I wouldn't recommend anyone does what he does. And I don't say that as a hater. I say it as a legitimate musician that has watched him work. The kid sucks. Like, he's terrible at what he does. Like, just garbage. It's like, let me go into a new genre, suck at it, insult somebody who's way better at it and who has been in it for about 20 years. And then when they flame me so fucking bad, I'll go into a new music genre where they don't know who I am. That's Machine Gun Kelly. So, yeah. He got, like, I don't know, from, like, his neck, like, down all the way, like, here, this whole arm's all blacked out, like, in one session, because they put him under with phenol. Like, oh, yeah, I had pink hair once. Like, some of us can pull it off, and some of us are trying to be 34-year-old emo kids. You know, there's a difference. You know, I'm dyeing my hair smoke blue, you know? Silenced Voices tattoo. I loved the culture, so when I found out I was part of it, I was just so happy. Yeah, I plan on getting more, like, far more tattoos. The blackout signifies the war paint that the tribes would wear when they went into. Are you talking about me? No, I'm not trolling. I don't troll. I don't do that. Oh, God. I mean, that's a really cool symbol, but for a tattoo, I'm from Huron. I'm from the Huron tribe, or at least the Huron Nation. Yeah. How does it go in sunlight? Believe it or not, it's pretty nifty. All the parts that are black don't sunburn, but all the parts that do have a bit of, like, skin on them, like right there, right here, on my shoulder, they'll sunburn. But the black doesn't sunburn. It's pretty nifty. That's what I'm saying. The symbol's fantastic, and the meaning behind it is wonderful, because too many indigenous women, like, literally just up and go missing, you know, and the cops do nothing about it, you know. They do, and it's not right. It's not right. So something is happening in the Native community. Like, indigenous women go missing all the time, and you know, the government doesn't do a damn thing about it. Yeah, just vanish. And nobody does a damn thing. And we know what's happening. They're getting kidnapped by cartels. You know, they're getting trafficked. I'm like, that ain't right, dude. And yeah, like, I'm mostly French Canadian. You know, I'm very little bit of Native American, but it's enough for me to be proud of. You know, and most likely it's probably, like, it's Native American, but it's probably Native Canadian. You know, yeah, like. It's like we're just supposed to ignore it. First Nation people, right? Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Like, First Nation. Hell yeah. And the government still doesn't give a shit about any of our people. They don't. They don't fucking care. They care about people like me that pass off as white, you know. But, you know, fucking Jesus. It's bullshit. Really, it makes me upset. Because it's like, dude, I've seen so many cases, and it's like, you know, people have gone missing, and just nothing gets done about it. Like, zero, not even a single scrap of try. They're just like, yep, another native went missing, and it's just like, okay, Jim Bob, all right, go home to your cousin, wife, and You know, you have yourself a good day. It's frustrating. Like, but up here where I am, we don't I don't like there hasn't been a lot of documentation of human trafficking in the Boston area, but like I would not doubt that there, you know. Hi Pony. I hope I pronounced that right. Um You know, but it's such a huge, huge problem. And I did not realize the crazy connections there are. Like, there's connections between the Candyman killer and John Wayne Gacy that connect to a child, like, sex trafficking ring that like had a bunch of people involved in it, and it's just like, okay, now I think I'm starting to understand why the 70s was the golden era for serial killers. You know, hell yeah, dude. It's like being a, I mean, they call us apples, right? No, what is it? They call it, no, whatever. It's like being a red velvet cake. We're white on the outside, but red on the inside. Um, like, yeah, you know, I'm proud here on all day. But yeah, no, I mean, so now I've discovered that like there's this crazy ring. If you look up, oh Christ, it's a, there's a channel that talks all about it. If you search up like the John Wayne Gacy Dean Coral sex ring, like sex trafficking ring, or the pedophile ring, you can find some scary shit down that rabbit hole. Like, exactly. Like, I can get away with more because I look white. You know, that's the French. That's the French in there. Or if you mean you can get away with more in the 70s, yeah, definitely. Because like that was a weird time. Like, you know, serial killers had upped their game. They knew how to get from one state to another, and the districts weren't communicating yet. In fact, a lot of the times they can contrast. You know, police departments in one area wouldn't want to get away, like wouldn't want to work with police departments in the other area. Like, so it was a golden age for serial killers. They were ahead of the tech at the time. And then finally, thank God, the psychology work and you know, and forensic pathology and DNA sampling and all that stuff started to finally catch up. That's why you just don't see as many serial killers nowadays, because they're either caught early, so they don't get the chance to do so, or they're like caught before they have the chance to do anything. But there are ones out there that are not going to get caught ever, and that's terrifying to me. Like, absolutely terrifying. Some of the stuff that's on Reddit, it's frightening, man. Yeah, and you live in Florida. Best of luck. Like, they just take you out to the swamp and the gators do the rest. Oh man, they'll use you as gator food. Yeah, Florida's crazy too because it's got like, you know, the cartels there and stuff. The cartels scare the absolute shit out of me. In Lakota, they call us Wasichu, half-breed. Huh, yeah. Some of us are treated like second-class citizens from others in our communities. Yeah, no, I've heard about that. Like, yeah. And it's like, dude, I hate to tell you, but I am the product of our people. Our people got colonized. That has a tendency to make your generations get a little lighter in skin. You know? Oh, man. Is Looney the creepy bunny who tries to fix everyone's head? I don't know. I don't know that. I don't even know who that is. See, like people say I don't have strong lungs, but I do. I just gotta work on more on my cardio. But it's like I said, my cardio on the treadmill different than cardio on the road. Don't know. As long as I get the training in, it's all about just getting in better shape, especially at like 38. And I'm going to turn 39 this month. Like, so, it's all about getting everything back into shape before I hit my 40s. This is sad but true. But the thing is, we still stand with them. And yeah, and we will. Like, and yeah, exactly. It's like I accept my people's trauma and that I am not experiencing the same thing that a lot of them did. However, it's nice to see that the tribes are realizing that like some of these white children are Cherokee, Lakota, Iroquois, Mohawk, Huron, all of these ones. And it's like, yeah, dude, that's a side effect of being colonized. Like you end up with little white grandbabies down the road. Like, it's like, it sucks, man. They look at us, yes, half breeds. They're like, can't win. But I take it as it is. I'm like, you know what, you're right. It was my great ancestor, but we were French Canadians. We were fur traders. We never had an issue with the Indians ever. Yeah. That's why, like, I never. Also, for a similar reason why I never judge trauma is because I've been through so much stuff and have, I was a drug addict for a long time and I'm sober now. I've been sober for 4 years. I'm sorry, I was reading your thing at the same time. Our son is being raised to understand and respect the culture. I'm gonna do the same thing when I have my little ones. Make sure they're up to date on their culture and stuff like that. And that's why I believe like intercultural marriages are fantastic, and like because then you have a child that has both cultures and has a respect for both cultures. Thank you. Yeah, it says kill your demons. I have a hard time with that. Like judging what's fake trauma, what's real trauma, because like trauma can be completely subjective. Something that to you and me might have not been traumatic to someone else might be. And then I agree with you. Some people are drama junkies. They just want that attention. So they just gotta pull trauma from wherever they fucking can. Some of those people are like, that's really fucked up. Like that's really fucked up. Like I like black girls. I like black culture. Oh, thank God, dude. Jesus Christ. I was gonna say we're Native American. Stupid. Like, yeah, no. I have a preference for Japanese girls and black girls. Honestly, that doesn't eliminate all other women from the dating pool. I'm just saying they do have the advantage. It's Japanese girls. It's those legs and how they're those slim waists and flat tummies. Oh, my goodness. Right. My parents took away my PS5 when I was a kid, and I never got over it. Are you kidding me, kid? Are you kidding me? I got mercilessly bullied from second grade through fifth grade, like psychologically, because I went to a private school, so you couldn't do the physical shit, because you'd get kicked right the fuck out. Like, so these kids, like, they would, like, the whole class. I was a sensitive boy. It was very easy to make me cry, like, and so they recognized that. I'm like a pack of dogs. For 4 years. But I didn't go shooting up no schools afterwards either. What's the issue? I know my dad's issue that I'm going to totally avoid at all costs. And someone, Menchia, who was on my channel once, he put it perfectly, or they put it perfectly, in such a simple sentence. I never understood why my dad kind of pulled away when I turned 13, 14. And they just put it, thanks Trinity. Yeah, It felt like, yeah, it felt like they had to beat the they had to psychologically like take the good out of you, and they failed with me. The what are they saying? Oh shit! I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, that happens. But yeah, little kids are really good at that. They're good at psychological warfare. They're good at like really messing you up. And, like, but I mean, they tried for me because I was different. I had hair down to like here at the time, like at my eyes, and it was like parted in the middle. It was the '90s, you know. And so there was, I think, 11 girls in my class and like 9 boys, and so it obviously means nothing now, but like all the boys would be like, "Hey, Christian, there's 12 girls in this class." No, that's nothing. That's nothing. But as a child, and there you okay. Somebody put it perfectly with my dad, was that it was just 2 sentences. Is you got too big. My dad was the same way. It was that easy. I was like, holy flippin' Jesus, you're right. I'm like, that's exactly what that is. I'm like, I got too big. I got too big. I got bigger than my dad, and he couldn't handle that. And I will not be like my father. Like, great dad, wonderful man, fantastic human being. He was a yes man because he was a weak man. My dad was too. I mean, my dad was actually before a boomer. My dad was born in 1940, so he was part of the silent generation. Like, he was 46 when my parents adopted me because they tried for a long time to have a kid and they weren't able to. So, exactly. Like, so, being raised by my mom was like the first year of the baby boom, and my uncle was the last year of the baby boom. However, that 6 years difference between my dad and the silent generation and my mom and the baby boom was such a dramatic difference in their personality types. It is unreal. Like, my mom, open minded, very open minded, conservative about her open mindedness, but open minded, always pushed my art and my music, encouraged every second of it, and my dad did too. Like, but those were the years where boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. And if you go to the teacher to tell about how the kids are making fun of you, not only will the teachers probably say that you're like a little rat, but the teachers would back then actively, like, if not watch the bullying happen and do nothing, they would actively take part in it. It was about like the 90s were a fucked up time to be a kid with autism because nobody knew what it was and no one understood how neurodivergence worked. So, when your dad yells, "What's wrong with you?" and you have autism, it fucks you up. Yeah, be tough, no crying. Horrible way to raise your kid. Because that just teaches them, all the emotion, just shove it down. Just shove it down. And that is so incredibly unhealthy because someday that is going to blow up on people who you love. Like, yeah. But yeah, despite all of that bullshit that I went through, I'm coming out on the upper end. But I lost a lot. My best friend died when I was 35, and he was my hetero life mate. Like, he was like the brother for, like, he was like a legit. He was like a blood brother. But that fentanyl, man, that fentanyl, it got him. Yeah, Finn, a lot of us did that. I did that same thing. Not a punk, but I turned into like the grunge rocker kid. And like, I was like, I don't have enough darkness in my life. So I tried to kind of like head towards a darker direction, hang out in like, more sketch areas, stuff like that. And then like just one day, someone offered me like a quarter of an Oxycontin, and that was it. That started the road. And, what it is. Yeah. Sadly, he's partly right. I hate to say that, Rugged. Like, as someone who was a dad for a little bit, your kids aren't your friend. No, your kids aren't friends. However, hi, Dan. However, as a father, you need to know when to be a friend and when to be a father. You know, I bet you went to your dad sometimes and would be like, Dad, can I talk to you about something? And for you at the time, very important. You know, whenever your kid comes to you of their own volition and says, Can I talk to you about something? Dude, put what you're doing down and talk to your fucking kid. Because by the time you're done doing whatever it is you're doing, like if you're like, with 1 second, bud, and they're like working on it, by the time you get back to your kid, they're not gonna want to talk to you anymore. There's a little window where they're gonna want to talk to you, you know? Hi, Sophie. Reynard, Fox Life. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, Rugged, breaking that cycle, man. Hell yeah. That's what the good ones do. They break that cycle. I remember the kids doing oxys in 9th grade. Wow. Wow. I didn't get into oxys until I was like in my 20s. Like, exactly. There's a line where you need to be a friend because your kid needs to know that they can come to you and trust you with the information that they give you, and that you're not going to immediately take other people's side, and that you're gonna be on their side. But you do have to be a parent and then realize if your kid has done something wrong, it's up to you to, you know, punish them. You know. Yep. I went on my walk this morning, and smart me. I have running pants, running shorts, and a pair of jeans on, and so I thought to myself, I'll be fine. So I didn't put a long sleeve shirt on. I didn't put my shawl on. I didn't put my hat on, and I put my Adidas sweatshirt on. And I thought I'd be fine. I was wrong. I misjudged. I was ill-informed. So it was a cold walk this morning. Oh, man. Yeah, and some people are really good at walking that line of friend and dad. Like I felt I would be really good at it. Like, really good at it. Because, I learned, Jesus, that is unbelievably sad. Whenever I see someone zonk the fuck out now, like I used to be, like when I was young, and I would see someone like nodded the hell out, like just jammed to the gills, I used to be like, man, that kid's feeling good. That kid's feeling good right now. But that's when it was actually heroin and fentanyl. Now it's heroin, fentanyl, and xylazine. Good for her, dude. That's amazing. Meth's hard to get off. Although I will say that, like, as someone who I've done meth, but like I just never hooked to meth. I just tried it once. It tastes like green apples. Weird on that one. Just weird fun fact. But it was a crack that got me. But it was easier to get off the crack only because when I got off of it, I just smoked pot, and that kept my anxiety under control. And so that got me over that slump of what crack leaves you with. I mean, later on, you got to deal with the depression that it leaves you with and stuff like that. But the opiates are hard to get off of because you get sick. Like, you get sick, and you're like, and you know exactly what's going to get rid of that sickness. And it's just one little, that's it. And then you're not sick no more. But now you're back the loop has started all over again. So. Thank God for Suboxone. Like, I've met people that were on the methadone plan, and I'm like, dude, they just, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been in the rehab system a bunch of times, and do not ever try it, ever. No. Please be pulling my leg. There's no heroin anymore. Finn, like that's a good piece of advice. It really is. But there's no real heroin anymore. There's just not. Even if you find, even if I mean, the only way to do it would be to like cultivate your own poppies. Like that would be it. Like everything has fentanyl in it nowadays, and I mean, I'm talking like when I went into I got into a depressive lump one time, and yeah, it's all like, and people were like, "Dude, can I get them Fetty perks?" And I'm like, "A what now?" And they're like, "Fetty perks. The blueberries." I'm like, "Dude, those were just Percocets back in my day. Nowadays, nah. Fetty perks are Percocet and fentanyl mixed together." But like, you got, yeah, okay. I figured you were rugged. I'm like, no, wait, this guy's way too smart for that. But yeah, please do. And please remember that there's people around you that are going to really be having the fallout. If there is any young people that come across this video, I'm still dealing with the fallout of my friend overdosing, and that was 3-4 years ago. And I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it, Like, I'll never be over it. Yeah, exactly. Cocaine has fentanyl in it. Crack has fentanyl in it. I went into this depressive state and I just smoked a bunch of crack. And then the next day I went into my rehab facility. I took a piss test and I was like, it's going to come up positive for a bunch of shit. Just letting you know. Like, I told them that. And like, they're like, oh my God, Christian. They're like, this has benzodiazepines. I'm like, yeah, I'm prescribed those. They're like, well, beside your prescription drugs, this has cocaine, uh, crack, fentanyl, like all in it. And I had just smoked crack. Like I had not been doing multi cocktail. Hadn't been doing that. Wasn't on the Sazul, but that shows you right there. Like even the crack got fent in it. And it's because when someone's breaking up like their crack rock to like sell to their friends, the fentanyl is on the table. Like, and fentanyl's like really sticky powder. So yeah. You guys hear about those kids? I think it was in like Minnesota or some shit. They were gonna watch the Super Bowl, so they all got like a bag of Coke, and they all did like a line of it, and they all went outside just to chill for a while, and they like passed out outside and froze to death, all four of them. Like I'm like, what? Or no, one of them survived. Like, but drugs do sound like cereals, don't they? We give them we give them names that aren't threatening, and there's a reason for that, you know? There's a reason why it's like, I will never ever in my life try kratom. Holy Christ, that stuff scares the shit out of me because it's illegal and it gives you the same effect as opiates. And so people are like, oh, it helps you get opiates. I'm like, no, it helps you get on kratom. I'm like, that's a huge difference. Like, and they sell that stuff at the gas station, that feel free shit, for like what, $10? And like you got to be 21 or older to buy it. Yo, dude, that thing has like the one root in it is legitimately it's a root that can cause kidney damage, and then the rest of it's kratom. Like so, it's just like, yeah, I can tell you why you feel good on that drink. I can very much tell you why. And I can tell you why you feel so crappy after it. Like, kratom's not a good idea. Kratom's bad. I know that there's a difference between the two, neither which are good. Kratom is so unbelievably bad. Like, and I only know this because I've watched kids like smoking kratom like crazy, and then they end up having withdrawals. That's Finn. You got the right idea there. THC oil, some green tea and juice or water, and a nice day out, That's what I'm saying. Like there are health benefits to kratom, I guess. I'm on the gray area of saying that. Like in a sense that I guess it could help you get off dope. By making you not sick, but yeah. At the end of the day, am I from Tejas? No. No, I am not. I ain't from Texas. Nope, sorry about that. It does help with pain, it does help, but you get addicted to it real fast. Yeah, exactly. If it says does not contain alcohol, then what the fuck is in it? Like, and I'm sorry, like I've seen so many negative effects from kratom that it's just like, dude, I don't want to see anybody else in the position that I was in, where you're waking up every day and you sound really cool. Thank you. The yes, thank you, Finn. That is the perfect way uh to do it. Pain management, if you're gonna switch to something, go to gabapentin, and don't stay in it for too long either, because it blocks the GABA receptors in your brain. But it's anti-seizure medication, but it actually does a really good job of pain management, and it's not nearly as addictive as kratom. But yeah, kratom is like switching like from hard liquor to beer and like saying I'm doing better, like but yeah, pain management. I could also see it like maybe like helping you get over withdrawals, but I see it more because I know a lot of people where like they want to get over the heroin, but they're not ready to not be an addict anymore. So like they end up, they still got addict mindset even though they get off of that drug, and then they just switch it. I've seen that multiple times. I did that. When I got off of heroin, I went to coke, and then the coke led to crack. And the crack let me lose my teeth and a lot of mental issues and stuff like that. But I'm sober 4 years now, so feeling good. Okay, folks, I'm going to take a shower and get ready and all that fun gobbledygook, because I'm going to get a haircut, and I'm going to shave my face, and hopefully when I get back later in the day, I'll be a regular silver fox for y'all. A wounded silver fox. Oh man. Okay, take it easy, guys. Much love. Be safe out there. That's the most important thing. I care about you guys. All right, take it easy. It's been great talking to you.